On today's show,
what was more disrespectful, Jordan Bell's late-game dunk in Dallas or Jokic bumping Wizards coach Scott Brooks?
we debate the best destinations for Eric Bledsoe, the most impressive undefeated team, and Ben Simmons' best comp.
And it's the return of the Basketball Reference nickname game.
It's Tuesday, October 24th. The starter starts now.
Good evening, Sweet World, and welcome to The Starters. Whether you're joining us live right now on NBA TV, a little bit later on YouTube, maybe listening to the podcast, doesn't matter. We're happy to have you. I'm Jay Skeets, and alongside me, as always, that's Tess Mellis.
Thank you for joining us.
To his right, the international man of mystery, taking it to the max, Lee Ellis.
Friend.
Lily, and last, certainly not least, over yonder, it's the bearded one, it's Trey Kirby.
Hey-o!
Hey-yo! TK, what's up?
Well, I'm here at the internet looking for your best tweets at hashtag the starters. And guys, on Saturday, Steph Curry chucked his mouth guard and the world went crazy. Should be mentioned this was just a general toss, not at a ref. So he was not suspended for last night's game, which gave him a chance to give his mouth guard a little bit of a pep talk before taking the court against the Mavericks. You stay right there. You stay right there in the case or in my mouth, nowhere else. It was a very touching moment, but it brings us to today's question. What other inanimate objects need pep talks? Sticking in Golden State, I think Kevin Durant needs to have a long talk with his shoes about staying on his feet, because these things are falling off all the time and it's getting a little weird, to be honest. But we want to hear from you, so let us know on Twitter what other inanimate objects need pep talks. Send us your best tweets to hashtag the starters. We'll hear from you later.
All right, get those tweets in. We are live. We got a fun show tonight. We're going to talk about Markelle Fultz's shoulder injury that was breaking as we were coming onto the show here. And we are returning to the Basketball Reference nickname game. We killed it last year. We'll see if we can do the same this year. But first, we're running back what you got. If you're new to the show, Trey's going to throw some questions at us. We'll ultimately try and pick an answer, but you got to be careful. There's only one correct response, and that's whatever TK says it is. Trey.
Allow me to get my Stephen A. Smith on because we saw some disrespectful moments last night. Like the Warriors' Jordan Bell going off the glass to himself for a dunk with the Warriors up 25 in the fourth against the Mavericks. Or in Denver, where Nikola Jokic gave Wizards coach Scott Brooks a little bumpity bump as he walked back to the Nuggets bench after a late timeout, earning himself a technical. Guys, what was more disrespectful, Bell or Jokic? What you got?
If anyone was disrespectful, it was Jokic, because Jordan Bell, who cares? It's
Okay.
not like the shot clock is off and it's the end of the game. There's 3 minutes left in this basketball game. He can dunk the ball. If Jokic did it on purpose, he says he didn't. He says he looked at the score and then bumped into Scott Brooks by accident.
I believe him, to be honest.
Scott Brooks.
I think
Scott Brooks sold this, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, he did flop, but Jokic is quite a nimble man. He's a
hang on.
7-footer that can avoid basketball players on the floor.
Hang
I
on a
think he
minute.
could have avoided Scott Brooks if he wanted
That's
to.
players on the court. And the coach comes onto the court. He has to watch out for the players.
Well, that always happened. The coach always comes on after a timeout.
Right.
And there was about a 10-foot window. I
But
don't know if
could
he did
see-
it on purpose.
He could see Jokic there. Jokic was walking in a straight line. He didn't deviate. And Brooks got there. I think he saw him coming. And then Brooks was like, whoa, look at this.
And he saw the
definitely
ref was
sold
right
it.
there, and he went, I
Yeah.
can't, and he got the call, too.
Exactly.
It was a 2-point game.
Yeah, and it made a three-point
Made
game.
it a 3-point game
and they
after the
scored
free
again.
throw. Wild also.
Yeah, I think Brooks is... I think he's just tried to sell this.
It's a little bit, it reminded me a little bit of when Jason Kidd was the head coach of the Nets,
Right.
and he told his own player, Taylor,
Yeah.
to, hey, bump
Hit
into
me.
me so I can spill my drink and we can basically get
a
a free
timeout,
time out
yeah.
of it and call up a play. I mean, it's gamesmanship, I get, but
Yeah.
I don't think Jokic meant to. But I agree with you about Bell as well. And this has like a lot of people upset, this idea of the Mavericks being disrespected because a rookie threw it off the glass like it was an all-star game and threw it down. But there were like just under 3 minutes to go. You're right, last year, we talked about it. JaVale McGee shot a three-pointer basically right at the end of the game against the Wizards.
First of all, that's a great play by JaVale McGee to get it up there.
That's a good point. But there's still basketball to be played. He's playing for a contract. Like, I just don't get it. If anything, don't you want him to try to do that? He might miss instead of laying it in where he's more likely to hit it. I don't get this.
Well, before the show, I was actually in the opinion that that was disrespectful because you don't sort of show up the opponent team when you're up by a big margin like that.
but when, okay, can I jump in?
Please.
When does that start?
Well,
what is
see,
the
this is
unwritten
the point.
rule?
This-
25 points, 20,
Yeah.
3 minutes, 5 minutes, 10 minutes? What is
Well,
it?
I bumped into Kevin McHale and Isaiah Thomas
Like
prior to the
Jokic
show,
into Scotty Brooks,
right?
yeah.
Humble
No,
brag.
No, well, a little humble brag, but I actually went and asked them about it because they're both Hall of Fame players and they've both coached multiple teams. I said, what's the etiquette
Right.
here? And Kevin McHale was like, if I'm down 20 or 22, what difference does that make? You're out there playing until the end of the game. So you go up and do whatever you want. And Kevin McHale said he wants to get under the skin of the opponents. If you can't defend me and my team and we're up by 20 points, then don't complain if we're then up by 22 points by doing that. Be a better team in the first place, and that won't happen. So I changed my opinion after that. If it's okay with Hall of Fame players and NBA coaches, other coaches who are like, it's fine, then go out and do it.
Yeah, who cares?
And also, he's a rookie in his 4th game. You're going to make mistakes if you're on that other side where you feel it is disrespectful.
The real
Of
disrespect.
course, the Mavs can get upset about it because it's this old-timey rule. Sure, they can get upset about it, but Jordan Bell, a tiny, tiny, tiny misjudged thing. Who cares?
The real disrespect from the Warriors game was Draymond Green when a rookie from the Mavs, who a lot of people don't know, a lesser-known Dallas rookie, Gian Clavel, Draymond Green is literally yelling, "Who is this?" Now that's real disrespect.
Clay knows who it is.
It's like, I think it's Clavel. But Draymond's actually screaming out, "Who is this guy?" And maybe he
wants
doesn't
to
know.
get to know one of his colleagues.
Yeah, all right. So I'm sort of saying neither in a weird way here, Trey, but what's more disrespectful?
Yeah, I kind of agree. I think it's got to be Jokic, though. No disrespect from Bell. I guess Nikola Jokic gave him a little bit of a Jukic if he would have tried to get out of the way.
What?
Bad pun. A Jukic, you know?
Oh.
You sub it the U for the L anyway.
And he's on Jukic, sure.
After last night, we've got 3 teams sitting at 3-0. The Grizzlies gritted out a win in Houston last night thanks to a big night from Marc Gasol and some clutch Mike Conley action down the stretch. The Spurs crushed the Raptors on the glass and notched a solid Spursy home win behind a feisty, flexy LaMarcus Aldridge. And the Wizards withstood that vicious bump to Scott Brooks to take home a nice win over the Nuggets in Denver. Always tough. Guys, what's the most impressive 3-0 start? The Grizzlies, Spurs, or Wizards? What you got?
Memphis Grizzlies for me. How many times do we come into the season and say,
every season,
this is the season the Grizzlies are going to fall off? They've had 3 wins, 1 against the Warriors, 1 against the Rockets. For me, that's fantastic, especially the one on the Rockets on the road came after their big win against the Warriors. And sometimes when you get up for a big team, the next game or so you kind of take it off. And the Grizzlies had to come back and win that. And also, what's really impressed me is we know that the grit and grind era may have been phased out a little bit when Zebo and Tony Allen left. Mike Conley and Marc Gasol are still there, but they're getting important contributions off their bench, particularly the veterans Tyreke Evans and Mario Chalmers, guys who have kind of bounced around a little bit. Chalmers was out of the league last year, and they're providing solid backup, which is something that's really, really important for the Grizzlies because Gasol and Conley are great, but they can't play 48 minutes. They've got to be able to go to the bench and feel comfortable that they're going to have some support. And guys like Chandler Parsons, we know he's in a bit of a tricky situation with his contract and he's getting booed at home. If he can provide continued support off the bench, that's fantastic for Memphis. I go Grizzlies.
It's definitely Grizzlies. Beating the 1 and 2 teams in the Western Conference. You mentioned them, the Warriors and the Rockets. Also beating the Pelicans, which are the sort of the younger version of them, trying to take over as the big men team in the league. And then the fact that Marc Gasol's playing like a superstar. Marc Gasol has always been a guy who's just a generous European player, making those dishes. Now he's playing like an American player. He's playing like, I'm the superstar, I'm scoring. He never does that. He just doesn't. He's going to be 33 this season. This could be peak Marc Gasol that we're watching here. If it's a huge if, but if he can stick to the 25, 26 points per game along with Conley, then this team could be, a 4 or 5 seed if, Marc Gasol wants to do that. Because as you mentioned, the bench is chipping in. It's great to see Chalmers back in the league, but they don't, 3 through 12, 13, 14, they don't really have another star.
I'll make a quick pitch for the Spurs, though, as well. No Kawhi Leonard and no Tony Parker, and here they are, still 3-0. And, good wins, quality wins over the Wolves and the Raptors and then the Bulls in between that. The second best defense in the league. You talk about we come in every year and say, well, the Grizzlies, maybe this year they fall off. We do the same thing with the Spurs. We totally overlooked them. And we thought we had it right when no Kawhi at the beginning of the season, and here they are undefeated. DeJounte Murray was unbelievable last night against the Raptors. Aldridge is suddenly awake for this team, and you thought he would be coming into the season. So we'll go Spurs, Grizzlies. What's the answer, Trey?
Well, I think it's the Grizzlies, too. You guys mentioned the teams they beat. Plus, they get everybody super mad at them, which is a huge advantage. But the Eric Bledsoe sweepstakes are afoot. After the Suns sent home their disgruntled point guard, the rumor mill started churning with teams like the Bucks, Clippers, Cavs, and Nuggets, among others, popping up as possible destinations. All those cities have great hair salons. So what is the best Bledsoe destination? Bucks, Clippers, Cavs, or Nuggets? What you got?
I think Bledsoe will fit on the Bucks pretty well. I think this is a Jason Kidd type move. He wants a long, long point guard to help out his other long, long players in Giannis Antetokounmpo and Tony Snell, Middleton, up and down the roster. He'll just fit very well. I think Jason Kidd has always been looking for a Michael Carter-Williams he tried. Now, Malcolm Brogdon is there, but we know that Eric Bledsoe's got a higher ceiling than Malcolm Brogdon. This is trading for a star when they probably don't have a lot of cap room to be able to do that. I mean, the problem is going the other way. I think Malcolm Brogdon could be sort of along the same timeline as the other Suns. You know, he's still young enough, but just a solid point guard rather than, you know, going after another young guy who isn't established. Malcolm Brogdon is already a solid player, and Greg Monroe doesn't necessarily fit the bill. You could probably throw John Henson in there instead.
Are you worried about the shooting though, there in that scenario?
With Bledsoe?
With Bledsoe coming over, because
yeah.
I mean, we know it's Giannis's team, and everything's got to go through him. And if he's penetrating and kick the ball out to a guy who can knock down a shot, fine. I'm not sure if that really is Bledsoe's best role though.
Yeah,
he likes the ball
true.
in his hands as well.
Very quickly, who are you picking here? Who would you pick?
I think it makes the most sense actually for Denver, because Denver are trying to get rid of a couple of guys, Moutier and Fareed. I think maybe there's the best swap in there, just fresh start for both.
I could see
teams.
I could see the Cavs as well. So we got 3 different answers here: Cavs, Bucks, and the Nuggets. What's TK's answer?
Nuggets as well. I don't think they're getting a better package back than Fareed and Moutier, and the Nuggets could use a point guard.
All right, let's hear from you guys on Twitter. Hashtag the starters. What's the best destination for Eric Bledsoe? Because we know he's eventually getting moved. All right, up next, Ben Simmons and Hambone Williams inspire the return of the Basketball Reference nickname game. Should be fun. Come on back.
Welcome back to the starters. Last night, Ben Simmons tallied a triple-double in his 4th career game, tying him for the 2nd fastest in league history, and that's great. But more important for now is that it introduced us to the legend of Art Hambone Williams, a 1970s baller who got the nickname Hambone because someone yelled Hambone!
Hey, Hambone!
And he turned around. It stuck, and he ended up with one of the great nicknames in league history. It's such a good story that we had to play a brand new edition of the Basketball Reference nickname game! If you've never played, I'm gonna give these guys a nickname that's on use on Basketball Reference. They will tell me which player that nickname belongs to. The twist this year is that there are some retired players in the mix. Guys, gonna be exciting. Our first nickname, come on down, the Daily Double. The Daily Double.
The Daily Double.
I'm thinking that's a big man.
Looks a little like Dwight Howard.
It does look like Dwight Howard,
someone
the
who
silhouette.
gets easy double.
Certainly.
Yeah, I mean,
I think that might be it. Might be
okay, we'll go Dwight Howard.
Yeah.
You guys are exactly right.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
First one
Good
for
start.
one. The Daily Double, Dwight Howard. Maybe you should go for that one.
It was the small
Pretty stole
ears.
his. Anyways, our second nickname contestant coming right up. Eggs.
I mean, I should know
A
this.
guy
I love
named
eggs.
Rick Fox.
Oh, well played. No, this is a classic player. He is part of a classic moment, but let me tell you, it's not his moment.
Oh, on the wrong end.
Craig Elo.
Craig Eggs Elo.
Oh, yeah.
That's exactly right. Wonderful.
Yes, there you go.
Yes, playing well. Our third contestant.
Looks like Dave Coulier.
Looks like Dave Coulier, but our third is Bangers.
Bang.
Popeye
Straight
Jr.
up
Aaron
bangers.
Baines. That's Aaron Baines.
You guys are too good.
Oh, yeah.
I know my NBA
Aaron
heads.
Baines. You know your NBA heads, even with that funny haircut he's got going on. How about next? Crazy Eyes. And no, it's not Bobby Portis.
Popeye Jones.
Well,
Crazy eyes.
Crazy Eyes. It is a classic player. He's a classic
like a
tough
Hall of
guy.
Famer? A classic tough guy.
Rick
He's not a
Mahorn.
Hall of Famer.
Ron
Won't be a
Artest.
Hall of
Ron
Famer.
Artest?
No. You think of him as a neck. He played for 8 other teams, most notably the Suns, Spurs, and Heat.
Oh, good one.
Goes by
Crazy Eyes.
Bruce Bowen? No.
No. He's got normalized.
Chris Child? No.
He would be a friend of Chris Child, Fred. Ooh, sorry. That's the buzzer. It's Kurt Thomas. The original Crazy Eyes. You also might know him as Dirty Kurt. That was another name on Basketball Reference. Dirty Kurt. Up next, Wonder Dog.
It looks like the silhouette of
What do you guys
Scotty
got for
Brooks.
Wonder Dog?
Yeah.
Could it be him?
No.
It's not underdog.
It's a classic player.
Classic
He got
player.
a title in the mid-90s.
In the mid-90s.
Throw us a ham
backing up-
bone. Throw us a
Throwing
ham bone.
bone.
Us.
He got a title in the mid-90s backing up an Inside the NBA cast member.
Scotty Brooks.
Yeah.
That's right,
Yeah,
it's Scotty Brooks!
Yeah.
Called it at the beginning.
Yeah, but you said it's not Scotty
know.
Brooks. Please phrase your answer in the form of an answer.
I'd like to
Coming
bump
up
into that
next
monitor.
is the Yank.
Oh, that's Ben Simmons.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Yeah,
that's
I've
Ben Simmons.
actually oddly heard of that one.
Yeah, the Yank, not actually a term of endearment. You might think it is. Our next nickname, next to last, Butterbean.
That looks like an older
Butterbean.
guy. That
Yeah.
looks
A man by the name of Butterbean. He's not a boxer.
No.
As you can see, he's not that big fat.
like
so.
a point guard.
He's most known as a Bull,
Okay.
but he had his number retired as a Bull, though it was still worn by a member of the Bulls
Jerry
dynasty.
Sloan.
Ooh, not Jerry Sloan, not Jerry Sloan. I will tell you, this guy has a very sexy name. Who could it be? Chicago Bulls, none other than Bob Butterbean Love.
Oh, Bob
Butterbean Love.
Producers didn't give us any time because they didn't want
And
us
our
to say
last
anything
Still a lot
one.
tougher
wrong.
than last year.
Big Honey. Big
Big
old
Honey.
Who's the Big Honey?
Oh,
he's
he's
a current
sweet.
player. This is not his most used nickname at all.
Okay.
He got this nickname from a teammate, and I'm guessing it's because of his sweet, sweet passes.
Nikola
Nikola
Jokic.
Jokic.
That's
Nice
right!
hit.
And that, my friend, is the basketball reference nickname game!
Wow, that was a lot
Great
more
job.
difficult.
Yeah.
A lot more difficult than last year. Hopefully you guys did a little better than us
Egg
watching
zero.
at home or on YouTube. Quick break. When we return, we'll debate the best NBA comparison for young Sixers star, the Hank. The Yank, I mean. Ben Simmons. Hank Yank. Welcome back to the starters, where it's time for a little fill-in-the-blank fun. Trey, you got some questions? We'll fill in the blank.
Sounds good. It took just 4 games for Ben Simmons to score his first career triple-double as he went for 21 points, 12 rebounds, and 10 assists in the Sixers' first win of the season. He looked good doing it, dunking and passing with great aplomb. Guys, fill in the blank. Ben Simmons' best NBA comparison is a blank.
Great aplomb. What a word.
Oh,
Yeah.
we got the same answer to ask. Grant Hill. I like Grant Hill as a comparison. There's a lot of guys that you could throw out there. I mean, people are throwing out LeBron and Magic and so on,
yeah.
but I see the fluidity of a young Grant Hill in Ben Simmons, and obviously the ability to go get boards, to set up guys, not shoot a lot of three-pointers is what Grant Hill definitely didn't do early in his career. So, you know, I would even say their sort of demeanor on the court is a little similar to Ben Simmons and Grant Hill's.
And he's got the triple doubles,
Yeah.
just like Grant Hill. He knows his shooting is a weakness. Grant Hill never really shot a lot throughout his career.
No,
You could
not from
see
three.
that happening to Ben Simmons as well. But he's got the body type, right?
Yeah, a similar guy I've chosen is Lamar Odom for now. I think Simmons actually has a higher ceiling
Ceiling, yeah.
potential than Lamar Odom, but Lamar Odom at his best in those Lakers days.
He was
could,
great.
Could handle the ball, could rebound, could shoot. Actually, was a decent shooter. Could penetrate inside. One of those guys who's 6'10", but he sort of played a little bit smaller if he needed to, and played bigger when he needed to as well. Very
Simmons
versatile.
has the athleticism on him, though. That's
Yeah,
for sure.
yeah, for sure. And that's why I think that actually Simmons can be better than him. But if you were to have a career like Lamar Odom today, I think a lot of players would accept that.
There you go. All right, Trey, next one.
All right, sticking with the Sixers, news broke today that guard Markelle Fultz recently had fluid drained from his shooting shoulder. As his agent told Woj over at ESPN, he literally cannot raise up his arms to shoot a basketball. Fill in the blank. Fultz's shoulder injury is blank.
What do you got?
It's puzzling to me.
Puzzling, okay.
After years and years and years of being extremely cautious with their players, Embiid sits out, Simmons sits out, this guy's playing through an injury. It makes absolutely no sense. Just shut him down. I mean, what is the purpose of not only getting his shoulder drained now, but he got his shoulder drained in the preseason. It didn't work out, now he's playing? I mean, are they just trying to show that, hey, this guy was worth 2 first-round picks?
Maybe.
I mean, that's
Which is worrisome.
That's a huge
Which is
problem.
what you went with.
And they're just doing the same thing. That's
Yeah.
insanity if
Yeah.
you're just draining it.
That's exactly
letting
what
him
I,
play.
I wrote there. I mean, if he's not healthy, then you may as well sit him down rather than get him out there and risk doing further damage.
I went with oddly reassuring because at least this says to us now, it explains why he is not taking shots from 16 feet or out.
Yeah.
It helps to explain the free throws, which we sort of had an idea about anyway, and the way he was shooting them. But he hasn't shot a three-pointer
Yeah.
in the 4 games he played in the NBA. In today's game, if you are a guard and you even shoot a three-pointer, that is wild. And obviously, at least, I mean, it sucks, but again, it's maybe reassuring because there's a reason why. So get him rested,
Yeah.
get him healthy.
It shouldn't have come out that he told Kevin O'Connor at the Ringer that my shoulder hurts. That's what's happening. I mean, that shouldn't happen.
Yeah.
It shouldn't happen. Sit
All
him
right.
down.
Trey, next one.
All right, we see some pretty weird starters fan art here on the internet, but this one has a leg up on the competition, get it?
Oh, nice.
Comes to us from a fan named Shannon.
Better than
and
your
it
Jokic
Sure
one.
does look like it might be, possibly, could be the very first of its kind. A starter's tattoo, guys. Fill in the blank. This starter's tattoo is blank.
Oh man, I don't like seeing people's feet, so I'm going gross. It's also fake. It's not a tattoo.
Oh, yeah, fake,
There's no
for
way
sure.
that is a tattoo. So I'll go gross.
Don't
though.
call it a tattoo if it's a fakie.
You going fake?
Just
It's-
fake it.
Why are they faking it? It's the weird. What you got?
Pretty cool, pretty weird.
I think that's fair.
Oh, you hate tattoos.
No. I don't hate tattoos. I'm fine with tattoos. I just think if you get them on your head or your face, then you're limiting your career prospects. That's all.
Hey, where's the redness here?
Yeah.
Where's the redness, Shannon?
But look at the whiteness around there. Is that? Do you think maybe that it's healed?
That's her leg.
Yeah, no, but I'm saying maybe if you're looking for redness, maybe it was taken and then it was healed for a few days.
There's no way that's real.
No way. That's nice marker work, though.
There's a
Intricate marker work.
Very nice marker work. Very nice. If you get a real starters tattoo, send it in. Hashtag the starters at NBA.com. You'll get on the show. We put fake tattoos on the show. Apparently. So if you got a real one, you'll definitely get on the show. All right, one more break. When we come back, Lily hits us with the very solid play. Don't go anywhere. We asked you off the top, what other inanimate objects need pep talks? You hit us up on Twitter, hashtag the starters. Trey, you got to be the best answer.
Yeah, some good ones. Stephanie says, Kyrie's jersey needs a pep talk to stay tucked in. That thing is out all the time. William says LeBron's headband. It's so nervous it hasn't even been going to the games for the last few years. Hard to remember him wearing it. But the best answer comes from Sergio, who says the balls, rims, and backboards throughout the league, because there is a concerning lack of wedgies right now. We have had a drought, a week-long drought. We need some wedgies, my friends.
Maybe we peaked last year.
Wedgies come in bunches, but this is worrisome.
We need one tonight.
Yeah, we got to get one here soon on the board. All right, let's look at tonight's Pick'em play. It's the Jazz Clippers game on League Pass. Oh, man. I'm off to a great start. I'm the only one taking the Jazz. Everyone else taking the Clippers at home. Come on, Utah. Come on, Utah. Dennis Scott, guys, he's pumped about the return of Players Only tonight. There's 3D on Instagram. Yeah, he's ready. He's in Cleveland.
Plugged in?
Bulls, Cavs, Pelicans, Blazers. It is the return of Players Only. J.R. Smith back in the lineup for the Cavs and 3D in attendance there, so keep an eye on that. Right here on the network coming up shortly. Lily, where are we going for VSP?
Out to Detroit for a very high speed, very solid play, and it comes courtesy of a tip from Trey Kirby. Here it is, Markel Fultz. Watch Sir Robert Covington with a beautiful feed to JJ Redick. The layup, that's beautiful. That's what I call a very solid play.
Excellent stuff. All right, we had a blast on the Twitter show today. We discussed the Suns, the biggest winners from 1 week of basketball, and inspired by our very own Lisa Ellis, Trey gives us all fake names to expect when we get picked up at the airport.
For me, Trey Kirby, Traycurby. Maybe you show up down at the pickup and there's a car for Paul Felder. Who's Paul Felder? I don't know. We got another one here for JT Skits. The best name to get into a car. None other than Tasty Melons. Tasty Melons.
Blast.
What a blast. Thanks for joining us, folks. We will see you tomorrow. And remember, Players Only debuts here very, very shortly. And this is Lee waving his arms.
Race the night, people. Wacky Inflatable Arm Man.